Hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RCGroups.com. I'm here with some RC news of the week. It is 10/11/2022. We're heading into the beautiful fall weather. It's nice and temperate out there. You might even get to wear a jacket in the evening at this point in the game. It's awesome. I have a lot of news. I have a contest to talk about. I just did a video where we answered some questions, and this is pretty cool. The Horizon team came down to my shop and my work area down here, and they did an interview with me. And basically, what I talked about was how RC taught me how to deal with wood, electronics, soldering, all these things. And then it allowed me to do all the things that I do now. And in the video, we go through the shop and get in my old 64C10 that has a LS motor in it, modern drivetrain. And I talk about how the origins of my RC beginnings really has led to all the things that I do now in the shop. I'm going to share a little bit of that with you so you can take a look, and then you can go watch the whole thing if you're so inclined. And I'm just excited to share my shop and all my cool stuff. So we have a lot of things to do and share, and I'm just going to jump right into the page here on rcgroups.com. You know how I always do it with the news. I go into the All RC button at the top and look at the news. So right up here on the very top, we have the Legend Hobby Vans RV8. Legend Hobby handles a lot of scale airplanes. It's that's a me problem right there. I just put this story up. I have some bad images. That's no good. But I do know there's images right here. So Legend just has a slew of awesome scale warbirds, civilian planes, and a lot of other things. And this is the Vans RV8 that I am sharing today. And I saw it come out and I was like, man, I wanted to make sure everyone was aware of this. We talk about features and other things. And then I'm going to jump over here to their homepage. This is run by a hobbyist just like you and I. He's been on RC Groups and Flying Giants for years. And I'm sure you're aware of the amount of time, money that it takes to find great airplanes and bring them to the U.S., ship them to you after you order them. It's a ton of work. It's got to be a labor of love, especially in these days and time. Look at this guy. Just awesome stuff. So go and check out Legend. They always have some new things coming in, and you can go and see what they are. So let me jump back out of here. I promise I'll fix those images as soon as we're done with this broadcast. This is pretty cool. I have been talking to Mike from Robart once a week about ZAP glue. And basically what we talk about is the types of ZAP, tips on how to use them. In this one, I actually got to talk about using baking soda. When I build profile planes, I always had gaps and I wanted to fill them. Baking soda thin CA is the key. But there are things to know, and so we talked about that. What happened was we had a contest, and I'm going to click on that now. And in the contest, you could ask anything about ZAP. We were doing these videos, and I would make a post, and then people would say, what about this? Or how about that? Or do you do this? Does it do, all the questions. I might keep on going, but I won't. So here's the videos that we've done, it's just a few of them. And people came in and started asking questions about the glue, and here's one about ads from the 70s and things like that. So what we did is we went through the videos. We went through the questions and answered them in this video. So just hit the button. And hey everyone, Jim T. Graham with RC Groups. We're back with our ZAP Glue how-to series, but this week it's different because we have had a contest. But before I go farther, I want to say hello to Mike from Robart. Mike and I have been sitting here talking for a while. What's happening, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, Jim? Life is good over here, and we're looking forward to doing this today with you.
So basically, we went through the list of questions in order
instead of a zip kicker. So if you look at and on what's called a PDS, a product description sheet,
and we answered them. We didn't answer all of them. So here's the good news. I'm going to skip over to the fun part. Lots of I was going to say intel, which seems to be my go-to phrase. Here we go. We had a contest. Okay, so I was just sitting here thinking it's time, of course, to pick some winners, right?
Yep.
So what I'm thinking is for before the video. We'll announce the winners in the video. I'm going to make a post in the contest thread that says to find out if you're a winner, watch the video. We're going to see how that works and see how quickly the winners respond to me. I will take care of the winners one way or the other, but I want to make the video tell it before the thread. So we have the ultimate random number generator there, a box full of numbers. We did draw 2 winners. And here's the cool part for you. If you're watching this video now, if you hit the subscribe button, you can watch these videos live as they come out. So the cool part is this contest isn't over. You can still go into the thread, and I'm going to show you where that is. And you can ask a question. And not this week, because I'm going to be out of town. I'm headed off to Texas, to my hometown. And next week, we'll be doing another video where we will answer questions and pick 2 new winners. And let's go to, where are we at here? This is just about picking the winners. So we're going to go over to the contest. And basically what you can win is packages, ZAP packages, which Mike has put together. And by asking a question about ZAP glue, and I'm sure you have one, like, how do I get my hand unstuck from a table or something like that? I've done that before. I've glued my fingers together. I've done a lot of things with ZAP glue. Or maybe more productive questions like, I have a large gap and some balsa. What's the best way to fill that with CA? And you can ask that here, and we then will not only answer your questions, but then we'll randomly draw some more winners in the following week. So before I get out of this, I want to say thanks to Mike. So Mike runs Robart, and they do a lot of stuff, not just glue. They sell retracts and all kinds of things that you might need for your airplane. And we were sitting together under a very hot tent at Jonal, and we came up with this concept. And so they came on as sponsors, and ZAP came on as a sponsor. So Robart is separate from ZAP. ZAP has multiple. Let's see how good I am here. In the other thread, I've done it. ZAP has multiple companies that distribute it. So Frank Tiano, House of Balsa, Robart, ZAP Glue. But Robart reached out to me and said, hey, I want to do this contest and I want to send out the glues. So I'm just saying, big kudos to Mike for supporting the hobby, supporting us, and possibly sending you some glue if you ask it's random, so you don't have to ask the right question, but if you ask a question. So big thanks. That's what I'm saying. Supporting the hobby. We'll jump back. You'd think I haven't had 2 cups of coffee, but I have. We're going to jump back out to RC Groups and go back to our all channel. And we're going to see what else we need to talk about. We have our blog of the week. I'm probably going to quickly, soon in the next 7 days, do a marketing email. I'm changing what I'm calling them. And I'm going to do threads you should know about by users. So this blog of the week should be one. This week's featured blog was posted by Opaleg. He recently acquired an old plane, but doesn't know what it is. I've been there. I had a Sagittarius Scorpio. It was my first airplane. Had no idea what it was. We have this, the ACMA fly-in. I want to say thanks to Fritz. He always is providing good coverage of the events at their airfield. And so this is just some good coverage of this event. Let's go see. It is the Azalea City Model Aeronautics, Mobile, Alabama. And I think it's great to see events like this on the site just because it shows other people what they can do and what they're missing out on. I was sitting around a campfire at Nashboro this year, and there's a friend of mine, and I've known him, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now. And he told me something that I never knew. He said he became a contest director with the AMA after going to my event because he realized that you could do an event in different ways, because I certainly have done mine differently. And that inspired him to create his own event in Tullahoma. And so who knew? And what I'm saying is you could inspire people to become contest directors or have their own events or get things going at their airfield. And that is how you make the hobby grow and become bigger than it is. Doing it for the next gen RC pilots. The Flight Test Freedom Fox is out, and I guess this is a V2. It's the result of a collaboration between Flight Test and their dear friend Trent Palmer. And this is video. Heck, let's go look at it. Why am I trying to tell you?
Oh my gosh, guys, this is incredible!
And yeah, don't follow them on YouTube. Be sure to, because they always have.
Hey friends, welcome to Flight Test. I'm Josh. It is an exciting day because our new Freedom Fox version 2 is now right here. If you guys don't know about the Freedom Fox, or more importantly about the person behind the Freedom Fox is a kit fox that's flown by our good friend Trent Palmer. Trent Palmer makes amazing videos and documents his journeys with his friends and families as he flies his Freedom Fox off of riverbanks, in and out of bush country, and also high mountainous areas. Now, Trent has given us the opportunity to be able to take his full-size airplane, the Freedom Fox, and shrink it down into a model that everybody can fly. These planes are now available on our store. Our very first version was good, but it wasn't great. So we wanted to take everything that we learned from the community and also that we experienced and put it into a new version. And the arrival of the version 2 Freedom Fox couldn't come at a better time because we are about to pack up and head off to Oshkosh Air Venture. And if you guys don't know what Oshkosh Air Venture is, it is the largest air show in the whole entire world. At Oshkosh, we're going to be doing some really cool outreach programs like Teacher Day, where we're teaching teachers all about FT STEM. We're going to be having a store presence there and also doing a meetup with our community and flying in the evenings. We're going to bring this down. We're going to pass the transmitter. We're going to have a great time. We have a lot of work to get to.
All right, so the guys are up at Oshkosh, hanging out, having a good old time watching actual airplanes fly.
Please do not drop those flaps down because you will stall out your wing. Other than that, it is a blast to fly. All right, our Oshkosh trip was an absolute blast. We learned so much. We got to fellowship with so many different people and also engaging.
Very impressive flight test. You know, man, well, I don't want to get too RC preachy here, but it's all about having enthusiasm and executing. And they do that in spades. They are awesome. All right, we're going to jump back. I have a new ZAP glue how-to series here on 5-minute epoxy. So we talk about that. This is also where I talk about with Mike using baking soda to fill gaps and some other things. That was actually a question. Let's see if this cell is still on at Robart. Boy, it's Robart's heavy this week. Heck, I think the only way to know is to click on it. Yep, so we still have the Robart cell going on. I try to make everyone aware of cells and things because I know I would want to be made aware of things like that. Oh, we're coming to my favorite part. I see it. FRSKY Twin Light X-Lite radio. The new radios from FRSKY look amazing for drones and all our Seacraft, but especially so for discus launch gliders. I know who wrote this. That is a Jason Cole sentence if I've ever seen one. Check out all the details below. Compact, lightweight. We have all the feature sets, specs, images, and then a link so that you can go check it out yourself, making you aware there's a new option to use for all those types of flying. Okay, here we go. I've interviewed hundreds and hundreds of people over my time at RC groups. And finally, someone interviewed me. Horizon Hobby came down to the shop, and I got to hang out with the Horizon team, which was awesome. And this is the page it's on eFlight. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to release this or how it plays, if it's going to be in the magazine or what the deal is, but this is it on the eFlight site. And I thought what we might do is take a look. I'm Jim T. Graham. I have been in RC. I was thinking about it this morning for almost, or maybe more than 21 years. I always wanted to fly RC, and I'm currently the admin deluxe of rcgroups.com. I grew up in a little town in Texas called Sherman. My dad ran an International Harvester truck dealership, and my uncle was a bluegrass picker, and he also had a full-scale airport on his property. There would be a lot of guitars, and when we weren't doing that, we were in his airplane flying around Grayson County, and that was the first taste, I think, that I ever got of my love for aviation. I grew up around cars, and my dad always had old cars, but no one ever really took me under their wing and said, this is how you rebuild a carburetor, or you do this. So I had zero knowledge on how to fix, build, mend, create, make. The first time I walked into Hobby Lobby when I was just a customer, LA looked at my window and he said, he just was disgusted at my wiring and my soldering. And he looked down at that and looked at me and he said, "Follow me, son." And he took me back and he showed me how to properly solder a wire and all the tricks and tips. We rewired the whole thing. And he said, "I think you're good to go." And as I walked out of that shop, I said, "I want to work here." And that guy helping me that one time really is what has made my living for all these years. I really think LA is the one who redirected it. Also, we crashed a lot of planes, and that's when I learned how to build balsa and rebuild balsa, and that balsa is made to break and fix, and that's the beauty of a balsa plane with covering. I always have loved tooled leather holsters, rifle straps, all that stuff. I woke up one morning and I turned to my wife and I said, "I'm going to learn to tool leather and be a leather maker." And she was like, "Oh, that's nice." And I was like, "You don't understand. I mean, I'm going to really be a leather maker." So I've come to a level now where I can almost make anything. I'll stop it there. I don't want to show the whole thing. If you want to see it, you can find it right. Where is it? It's an electric plane talk. It's also in our article section that I was just in. And you can go watch the video and see my shop. There's another part where I drive around my 64 C10, which you see in the photo right here. This has a 6.0 LS motor in it with a 4L80 overdrive transmission, automatic, power steering, disc brakes, AC. So it looks like an old farm truck on the outside, and it's all modern on the inside. And it cruises that highway at 80 miles an hour happily. But a lot of good stuff. I want to thank Horizon just for thinking of me. And then sending the boys down to hang out with me. In the daytime, we would shoot video and be out in the truck. And then in the evening, we'd eat hot chicken and drink beer out on the back porch. So it was a good time. It was a good time had by all. So now, anyway, good stuff. Very nice. We have more great news. We have another blog of the week that you should check out. And we have more sailplane news. You know, the sailplane guys on our site, it's always been super busy. Events, new planes, technique, tips, all these things. So if you're into sailplanes, I hope you're aware of how heavy the sailplane RC groups. It's crazy. We have a new Voodoo. I believe I saw that was shipping out either this morning or yesterday morning. And I'm familiar with this plane. This is a plane we did for Hobby Lobby way back in the olden days, Hobby Lobby International, when no one was releasing electric planes like this. But let's see if we have a video. Yeah, let's go watch video. It looks like a ripper. Hold me for a second. 3S, 2S. Very cool. A lot of intel here. A lot of good videos. Oh, this is what I used to do. I'd go out and find all the videos. Looks like we got it handled by Jason. Jason Merkel, man. He's been on the site over 20 years. Great guy. Super knowledgeable. He's high-level pro. Works for Horizon. Tucson Aerobatic Shootout, October 12th. Heck, man, that's in a day. TAS. Let's see what the video says. All right, there we go. $100,000 in cash. You all should be out there practicing. That's a lot of dough, bro. I'm sure there'll be a lot of great coverage coming out of there. It's just neat. I've judged one thing, and that is the position. So I'm sure there's going to be videos and all kinds of things to talk about. I will keep my eye out for that. The Hobbyking Frenzy EPO aerobatic sport plane with LEDs. That's the difference. Let's talk to our good friend Stuart.
And I'm just going to push the sticks in the top left and right corners. Ready? And pull up a little bit and... Ho-ho!
I call that wadding it up. This music. I want it just to play as I walk around the house.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hobbyking.com. My name is Stuart and I'm here to present to you a brand new model under the H-King brand. This is the H-King 1400mm plug and fly Frenzy. Now this is flying under the H-King brand. This 1400mm span model is a sports aerobatic model. That being said, it could also be used as a trainer. It's very forgiving, it flies extremely well, but really it's a good all-round sports aerobatic model, as I will demonstrate to you when we get out to the field in just a minute. This 1400mm span model comes out the box with a two-part wing. You just need to glue that together, and you can also use the fuselage as a jig when you glue the wing together. We'll allude to that in the instruction manual, which is of course available on the files tab of the listing. Or if you already know how to assemble models, as with all the Hobbyking models coming nowadays, you'll get a quick setup guide with the model. Now with the quick setup guide, it will assume you already know how to assemble
We're going to jump. Hold on.
basic. Let's go.
Yes. Dragging the wingtip. Inverted flight, check. No wind, check.
Okay, so we're out in the field now, ready to give the 1400mm Frenzy a ride. Speaking of which, we've got onboard cameras, so look out for that. Now, just whilst we're here, I'll talk you through throws because I'm going to be switching through high rate and low rate in the flight. So if you can see there, on my aileron, for example, that's my low rate.
I think we need to go straight to the flying aspect.
Again, referring to the
jump
quick
out,
setup
so
guide,
I don't want to
it's the same settings. It's
take too much of your time.
very easily. I'll just take you to the
Oh,
far
no,
side
it'll
of the
take
field
off
to show
graph?
you guys.
That's
Do a
awesome.
nice long takeoff, but I'll give you an idea on the ground there. That's full rates on the rudder on the steering. So you can donuts all day long. Those bigger wheels helping with all those little bumps.
Does not fall over, does it?
It does not. It's a very wide stance. So
Yeah, super wide stance. I was about to say that.
Ease on the throttle. That was just under half throttle takeoff. Still climbing out. We'll just get it onto step, as it were. I haven't gone above half throttle at the moment. A little bit of traffic on the pattern. How's that color looking?
It really pops.
Now, speaking of color, look at the difference. So on the bottom, it's really just blues and blacks. And on the top, well, I'll show you as I come by here. On the top.
Bingo. All right, there you go. The Frenzy EPO from Hobbyking. You can check that out on our site. We have links. We have features, specs, all the information you need to know. Extreme Flight, this is big news. We'll go check out this crash and see if it's a good one or not. Extreme Flight partners with T-Motor, and they have AM 480 to AM 600 motors, as well as ESCs. Go over there. Tell Chris Billy Hell sent you. What else? There's much more. There's a Hangar 9 Fun Scale PT. We have more ZAP information on the ZAP glue tips. The E-Sheen, I feel like, okay, I'm probably going to stop right there. But let's go ahead and look at the Hangar 9 Fun Scale PT. We're getting towards the end, everyone. So the Hangar 9 PT 1956.5 Fun Scale plug and play. Let's go to the video. Some park flyers, baby. Music. Makes you want to go do something. Look at Eli Field back there. I've flown at this field, and it is the windiest field on Earth. It doesn't look very windy. Let's see if we see the fog in this video. But amazing wind here in this part of the country. Right behind us is the empty plane. If you fly real flight, you probably have flown this field. Unless we get some sort of FPV follow. That's still suitable. Ooh, that's a big damage. This plane's bigger than I thought. Maybe I'll have this music play in the background when I walk around the house too. So you can go check it out. Once again, we have all the information here so you can find everything that you need to know about this airplane and discuss if needed. So now we're going to check out What the Heck Wednesday. We're going to see what kind of crash we get. You never know. Sometimes it's a spectacular crash. Sometimes it's predictable. Sometimes not that bad. Oh, this is a beautiful airplane. I actually held the prototype of this at the offices of Horizon. Prototypes don't feel the same as a real airplane, by the way. The foam is different. I believe Matt Andring is the person responsible for this plane. I'm strictly going off my memory, so could be wrong. What a good looking plane, though. Good color, too. After takeoff, it starts banking left. I give it full right aileron. Yes, it's a problem. Keeps banking left, no response. I like to diagnose crashes, but I don't know. Okay, it's really it took the hit. Look at that. It's got a little bend. Now it's going to cartwheel. I love it. Oh, the nose did not take the hit, though, because it's got that heavy motor in there. Plus, the prop was spinning. Could have chopped throttle and maybe saved it, but probably not. There goes the whole front end. Yeah. I don't know. You might could glue this thing back together. Those wings are really doing their job and staying together. What was it? Just a piece of foam, maybe. Motor cabin cowling. Okay. I love the slow motion detailed information. No one's ever done that before. Yes. Oh, now the tail's taking the brunt of the hit. I hope he shows us the whole thing in real time. Hello. Here we go. Real time. Look at that. We're thinking alike over here. Oh. That was a lot more spectacular in slow motion. Let's see if we talk about putting it back together. Let's go check the too slow, liftoff speed, lateral balance. Very good. Everyone's going over crash details and concepts. That is what RC Groups is for, y'all. All right. Was there one more thing to talk about? Yes, eSheen. Banggood's been coming on strong on RC Groups. Appreciate their support. So this is the E120S, and I always wonder how helicopters, what kind of response you'll get these days. And we had a lot of responses to this post. So there's all the information. Is there a video? There is a video. Let's watch it, and then we're out of here, y'all. Don't leave yet. Yes. Inlet, yes. Battery, plug in. Got it. It's George Little. You can fly that thing in your garage. Maybe. I come from the days of non-dual road helicopters. We used to fly it through the warehouse. Whoever could fly it through the warehouse the longest won. We did it every day after work. They were like Faulkner helicopters. What were they? Look at that. I just the flat. See if it does anything tricky. Okay. That's easy. If you're just starting out, you can do that. Oh, yeah. No, you're beyond me now. Well, there you go. A micro 3D heli, which in my day was unthinkable. He's doing it over here by this ledge. If I did it, it would go straight out in that river. You'd never get it back. Oh, this one's worth it. I'm always amazed at guys that can fly helis like this. My brain doesn't have that many dimensions to it. Crazy. Dang it, Ishin. Okay, now I see what the fuss is about. Awesome. Be sure and check them out and make a comment and let them know we appreciate them making crazy helis like that. All right, I'm going to jump back out. Just make sure we didn't miss anything. I want to say thanks to everyone who hung out with us the whole time. You are true RC. I call them sometimes rabid RC fanatics. I think that's applicable. So here's all the good stuff. There's always more good stuff to come. In fact, I feel like there's one more article that's not up here because I've been making articles today. Well, whatever. We'll talk about it next week. Hey, y'all, I'm Jim T. Graham, rcgroups.com. I've been doing this an awful long time. In fact, so long I've been running this website that I'm starting to make it sound like I've run it less because it's so long. But I sit in this little room and answer all the questions and talk to all the companies and find out all the news. And sometimes I know things I can't talk about. So there we go. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I appreciate your time. Hit subscribe if you haven't so that you can be logged on for when we go over this next contest post and pick some winners. Thanks to all the companies out there that help support the site and all the companies that support RC in general, because without them, we'd be flying sticks and I guess tissue paper. All right. Thanks. Bye.